Yeah, what's up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome to the King and Me show. I'm one half of this thing, King.
Hey y'all, it's me, Michelle. How y'all doing?
And unlike what Desmond and Christy, we still together. Oh man, we here at the King and Me show attempt to offer a real outlook on a healthy relationship, real being relatable,
Entertaining,
accountable,
and loving.
Let's get the marketing out the way real quick. Shout out to Perry Productions for allowing us to stream on his platform of over 200 and something thousand followers.
200K.
Give you a salute on that. We also want to give a huge shout out to the millions of followers on WTF Nation Radio for allowing us to co-stream on their platform. It's been an amazing partnership. And we have one more partnership coming up with Creation Station. The launch is going to be coming here real soon. There's going to be some exclusive stuff with our partnership that we are going to have over there. So when we get those details and we're ready to publish those, we will be putting that on our platforms as well. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. We have a website, thekingandmeshow.com. Follow us on all of that. Want to get one other marketing thing out the way before we get into today's live stream? Shout out to Madison and her husband from Canada. We got Canadian Canada. We got us a Canadian couple who watches our show that owns a vineyard, and they want to come on as a guest. We're trying to get both of them.
Yes.
But hopefully Madison is able to convince her husband to come on live. So we're in talks behind the scenes of getting the scheduling done for that and getting them on. They'll be one of our first guests, business owners as well, that they just said that they watch our stuff and like what we do and wanted to know if they could be guests. I'm like, yes. So shout out to Madison and her. I know her husband's name, but I think I want to jack it up. So I'm going to wait for her to tell me how it's pronounced. It's like Laurent, you know, because Canadian French.
So the T is silent.
So the T
was at the end?
Yes.
The T is silent.
Laurent. I'm from Alabama, Madison. Don't, you know, if I mispronounce anything, charge it to my head and not my heart. Let's see who else we got in the building. Shout out to Tarika. Said everybody pause. Please hit the like. Don't pause. Please hit the like button as you come in. Shout out to Tarika. Appreciate you for tuning in. We got Minor Panic in the building with the emoji. I appreciate you with the green emoji. That's a new one. I'll take it. And Tarika said, "Evening, King and Queen. How are y'all doing today? Y'all look so good in front of the Statue of Liberty." Thank you.
Thank you.
There is a Statue of Liberty vlog that is coming. I promised on today. It didn't make it. Stay tuned. It is coming though, as Michelle and I went to the Statue of Liberty on Liberty Island in New York City on a cold,
New York,
wintry
concrete jungle where
day.
dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do.
We got Paul Bennett in the building. Paul said greetings and salutations as well. And Tarika said, "God happened to me. How are you? Love your shirt." Michelle?
Thank you.
Where'd you get that shirt from?
So I'm so glad you asked. I got this shirt from thekingandmeshow.com. Go check it out and thank you. I love the color. I feel like it pops. My favorite color is fuchsia because I like the word fuchsia. And this color is right along those lines. When I had the opportunity to create it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go with this. I bought it. Today's actually my first time wearing it.
No doubt.
This is my first time wearing this shirt.
Well, you look good in it. I love the color on it. I ain't found a color that's been bad on you yet.
You know.
All right. And let's see. All right. We've got all of the people that have commented and stuff early. Shout out to y'all. Now, today's episode is titled The Underrated Power of a Happy, Healthy Relationship. And I like this as a topic, as a lot of different live streams, podcasts, people that create content, they come on and they highlight the negative. And it's real easy to highlight the negative because happy people and happy couples, they just go do their thing. They stay off in the cut. You don't see many people coming on and talking about the benefits of a happy, healthy relationship together. Now, it takes work to get there. And not every day is peaches and cream. And I don't want to make it sound like it's doom and gloom when it's not. But life can be easy solo when all you have to do is manage your life and your expectations. When you add additional people into the mix, you do have to come to an understanding. You have to communicate expectations and desires. And then the other person really has to take a step back and ask themselves, can I do what they are asking and desire? And if it's a yes, then that's great. Then you can kind of meet that person's expectations. If it's a no, you have to have the courage to be able to tell that person no. I would also maybe add, here's why. And then y'all should then communicate. I would not want to say negotiate to see where you can maybe come to some kind of agreement on what can and can't be done. Because if something can't be done, then the opposite of what today's topic is going to be about is then going to hit you. And now you have to make a decision on what it is that you're able to live with and not live with.
Sir, yes, sir.
Now, let's see. Tarika said, I don't like pink. My favorite color is red. I remember that. Shout out to you. Now, why do we rarely talk about the positives? What do you think is one of the reasons maybe that I haven't said or something that I did say and you want to expound on? Why do we rarely talk about the positives?
To be honest, I think one of the reasons we rarely talk about the positives is because some people feel like if everything is good, if everything is Gucci Mane, and then I get out and I start talking about it, then something's going to go wrong. So it's like they keep those secrets to themselves. The secrets to a healthy relationship, they kind of keep it to themselves. And if not for social media and people like randomly popping on to show various aspects of it, we wouldn't see it. So I think our algorithm just feeds us the unhealthy stuff, and combo, people don't want to share that because they're afraid to give viewership to their life.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm going to expand on something a little bit earlier that I said.
Okay.
Chaos goes viral. Happy relationships to other people can seem boring. It can seem boring.
Yeah.
But to those people that are living a happy, healthy relationship, I don't see that as boring at all. Like, I hope you still love me after I say this one. Whether you're in my life or not, I am going to have peace in my life. Now, you can be a part of that peace, or you cannot be a part of that.
You
peace.
love how he invites me in. It's like, look, I'm gonna have peace one way or the other. You finna be in it or you finna be out of it. Either way, I'm gonna be peace. I'm gonna be at peace. Namaste.
Yet, I am going to say this. It is dope. Like when you and I can go do something together, like the Statue of Liberty. I enjoyed experiencing the cold, snowy weather with you. We weren't obligated to do that. And point to whose idea it was to do it in the first place. It was my idea to go to the Statue of Liberty. Now we can't control in January. We couldn't control the weather.
Yeah.
Right. But it was still my idea. And at the end of the day, I was still like, yeah. So we still going. Which is the opposite of what's going to happen this upcoming week when I also had something planned, going to go visit one of the national parks.
It was like, nah, we not going.
Yeah. I took a look at what Mother Nature was saying and said, nah, it's rare that you see POCs going hiking in like 15-degree weather.
And we fake hikers at that. Like,
nah, bruh.
We fake hikers, so it wasn't even gonna work.
Nah, but there was also something that came on the Breakfast Club, and I wish Daniel Caruso or Daniel somebody, he said that when you look at relationships, it looks like, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, when he said it looks like um, happy couples are faking it.
Yeah.
Did
And
you see that?
no, I didn't see that,
Okay.
but I can understand where that comment would come from because we're so used to television and things being fake, and like when things seem like really really good, it's fake, it's scripted. So some people may think, oh, I see this, it must be fake as well. I get that because to bring it up, taboo, we think about the Cosby Show, and that was like the quintessential black couple,
Mm-hmm.
thriving, doctor and lawyer, married with kids, only from their marriage and everything like that. And it's like, oh, it can't be real. If someone's happy, it can't be real. It has to be fake to some extent.
Yep. Now, shout out to Jason Washington, a viewer. I told y'all we international. Jason is one of our viewers from Germany. Shout out to you. Hey, we always appreciate your comments, man. I think that they're thoughtful, and I don't know if he loves to play devil's advocate, but he does put some thought into some of his questions, and it gets the conversation going. So I appreciate you tuning in, Jason, and thanks for your support. Paul said that I think people get envious of happy, healthy
Mm-hmm.
relationships and like seeing them fail. Look, that was evident. Many people didn't know who Desmond and Christy Scott were.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
Never heard
Never
of
heard of
them.
them before last week.
Now, while I didn't really know who they were or the impact, I had seen some of their stuff,
Oh,
as I'm a producer and a consumer of social media. I produce more than I consume, but
no.
not really. But I consume when I'm doing other things as well,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
But I didn't know who they were. Many people didn't know who they were. Yet they made like the local regional news
They did?
in several areas. Yep,
Oh,
in
wow.
Baltimore they did, in Houston, Texas they did.
Because Baltimore ain't got nothing else to talk. Okay.
They made the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club was talking about them, and separately, they both have their platforms raised because of their split, and they're no longer happy, obviously not healthy relationships, because I don't think people leave healthy relationships. Do you think that if people classify their relationships as healthy, do they leave or break whatever bond or promise that they made to the other person if the relationship's healthy and they're happy in it?
I think we're coming into a more modern time. So I think some people would say that walking away from something that is no longer serving them would
Oh,
be the definition of them walking away happy. So,
wow.
and I'm
Okay.
not I'm not saying I agree with this.
No, that's good.
I'm saying I
That's
think
good.
some would argue that if you walk away from something that is no longer serving you, then you're walking away from a healthy relationship, and probably equate it to that of, my job wasn't stressful, but I think I could find something better. So I'm going to leave, and, I'm going to go out on a high note. Or even people retiring, like, my time has come to an end. This relationship has served the purpose that it was going to serve. So deuces.
I'm glad that you brought that up. That is
Again,
one
not
way,
saying I agree.
but that's still a good way to look at it and talk about it, because of the power of social media, we are hearing that too.
Oh,
He
okay.
he was a good guy, but I felt like something was missing. And then you'll get people in the comments, girl, you mean he didn't cheat on you? He loved on you. Y'all went on vacations, but because of something, no, the spark is gone or something. You gonna leave that man?
I will say this. I'm not one to say that because in public, I don't badmouth any of my exes. So the previous relationships I've been in, once that relationship ended, I will present like, it just didn't work out. He was a good guy, that type of stuff. I will always say nice things about my exes in public. But then when I enter a new relationship, I am going to be honest, and I'll be honest with that ex, but I'm not going to publicly bash someone. So, oh no, I can kind of see that a little bit.
It always baffles me whenever I see people speak to that. And then you wonder, it's like, okay, well, tell the real then, because by all appearances, it seems like y'all were healthy. At one point, you were happy. So, what was the flip that made you go there? Now, this episode today is not for that.
Yeah, we're not talking about the flip.
But that is common, or it appears to be common now that we have social media and things that are highlighting that type of stuff. I need for you to speak while I make one change here real quick.
So when we think about happy and healthy relationships, there is something that unites them, something that
keep going.
I'm good. Something that causes them to be able to thrive. And maybe that is a little bit of they keep it under wraps. You know, they may publicly share that, hey, I'm in this relationship, I'm doing this, but then all of the inner workings they don't do. It's kind of like getting your favorite food. Like, think about KFC chicken, right? We know that it's 33 spices that go into it. We know that they're 33 spices, but we don't know exactly what they are. And that's how they can continue to keep people engaged and coming to them. And I think that's what you see in some healthy relationships. Like, people will tell you, you know, we're happy, we're healthy, we're good. Post that picture every now and then, and you get a little glimpse of their life. But then, like, the inner workings, those 33 spices, you don't get them.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
I'm the one that typically talks about peace all of the time.
Yes. Every episode.
As peace ranks high for me.
Yes.
Where's peace for you?
Ooh, I think that is a loaded question. Not that you intended it to be loaded.
Okay.
But that for me, someone who is every day still healing from past trauma that was not caused by you, peace for me looks different. So I'm not going to say it doesn't rank high, but it's not the first thing on my list.
Okay. Now, when you give me peace, am I happy? Like if you don't disrupt my peace, let me change that. If you don't disrupt my peace, am I happy?
Yes.
All right. What is it that makes you happy that I give you or that I don't disrupt?
It's not a disrupt. You give me love. Love ranks high for me. Being able to have you meet my love languages.
Okay.
That ranks very high for me.
Interesting. Now, we did something the other day that I want to highlight, or really, was it today?
It was today.
It was today. You made a very specific statement, right? Because it wasn't a question. It was a statement on something that you needed. Let the viewers know, what was my reply? Because I realized like what my reply was now that I'm awake. But what was my reply? And what did you think about my reply? Because I saw it when I woke up. So
you were sleeping?
So that's why you got what you got.
Oh. I was just like, what? All right. I said, I need to be held. Quality time has been great, but now my physical touch bucket is low. And your response was, bet.
Because I woke up, I saw it.
BET.
I processed it a bit. Then I was like, okay. And I wrote back, bet. And then I kind of laid back down. So then after I woke up, what did I follow it up with?
I hit you with the thank you for understanding. And then you were like, what do you need today? That should have been my clue that like you weren't fully awake the first time. And I said, if possible, just time to lay on your lap while you work, maybe cuddle time. I feel like I'm asking for a lot and I'm sorry.
And I said, no, you don't ask for a lot. And then we went on with it. But what we did, she communicated a very specific thing that she desired. And I asked her to expound and say more. And she did. She was happier for the day for it. So we're good.
Yeah.
That's all that was, right? You have to have that communication to be able to get there. And you have to be honest about what you can and can't do. I did have some things that were on the docket for today that I was okay with rearranging. Now, that's the thing. If I was not okay with rearranging that stuff, that's up to me
to voice that.
Yeah. And then we've got to talk and we've got to give a little bit of a give and take at that point to see what we can do and if we can meet those person's needs or not. Now, Paul Bennett, I think
Corrected me.
corrected
Yeah.
us. Now, that's great. I think we confused Baskin Robbins and KFC. Baskin Robbins is the 31 flavors.
Yeah, I said 33, but I'm vegan, so that's my defense. I just added 22 more. I felt like they needed 22, 22 is a very good number for me, so.
And KFC got those 11 herbs and spices. Now, growth, in my opinion, looks different in a healthy relationship. And in some of the conversations that we had with Mr. Bennett and his lovely wife, they gave us a glimpse into
that was so awesome.
how they've been able to go almost 3 decades together in a long lasting relationship. Now, they both they've navigated careers together. They've navigated parenting together, and they've navigated empty nesting together, or they are navigating that now.
Yeah.
And at different periods of their lives, there had to have been individual growth as individuals, and then growth of themselves as a couple. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when you get the opportunity to talk to someone, to talk to a couple that has withstood and have been in that long relationship like that, when they're able to be honest about everything and tell y'all there were some times that they were not my favorite person that day.
Yeah.
But then you can see them later on and you can just look and tell that, man, they love each other.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And I think that's something that people shouldn't discredit. Like we see, if every day I get on social media and I see something negative, then I'm going to assume that the world is negative. If I get on social media and every day I see something positive, then I'm going to assume that the world is positive. So then you get in a relationship and all you're thinking about is all you saw on social media with positive relationships, negative relationships, and you think that that's exactly what your relationship is going to be. And you have to understand, social media is social media, television is television. What you have going on in your relationship is what you have going on. Nothing is going to be perfect. Every day may not be, the easiest. Every day is not going to be a honeymoon. A honeymoon lasts for a period of time for a reason, but you still have to make that conscious decision every single day to wake up, choose that person, choose that relationship, and keep it moving.
Now, you just said something, and there was something that popped up right at the forefront of my cortex here. Oh, I remember now.
Okay.
If that sounds difficult for you, what she just said, if that sounds difficult for you, then you're not ready for a healthy relationship. And that's okay.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
There is nothing wrong with that. If you want to sit out here and go, King, I'm hearing everything that you and your lady is saying, but I'm just not seeing that, so I'm going to be a hoe in these streets. That's fine.
Just wear a condom. Wrap it up.
That's fine. I would say do you and be prepared for the possibility of certain things. Like a little bit of a sidebar here. Neo's been on different platforms talking about his relationships and things like that, and how he is in a, I don't know what the technical definition of his relationship style is, because he is in a relationship with multiple women, and those women are in a relationship with him, but they're not allowed to have any external connections themselves. Okay. Right? But he's going into that aware. He's like, I'm not twisting anybody's arm. This is what they agreed to. And I don't know why it's not that. Okay. And it's all, see, you can't do that, because if everybody's happy in that relationship, then they're thriving in their own lane. I don't think it's sustainable long term, but that's my thought and my opinion on that.
I mean, the reality is that's kind of what we saw in biblical times. When you would see a man with multiple wives. It was always a man with multiple wives, never a woman with multiple husbands.
I'm glad that we went away from that. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't juggle multiple relationships. I don't know how men that are in multiple relationships do it. Y'all got, I'm not even gonna call it a superpower. Y'all are just built different. I can't do it. Now, when you're in a healthy relationship and there's growth in it, um, I feel as though I'm able to keep you accountable to things without controlling you.
Yes.
Do you feel that?
Do I feel that you keep me accountable?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel that I keep you accountable without feeling as though I'm trying to control you?
I know you're not trying to control me.
See, that's awesome. I am so glad you said that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you would have said the opposite, we would have a problem.
Okay, so can I tell you why I know you're not trying to control me?
Let's hear it.
So I am my mother and my father's youngest child. My dad has a son from a previous relationship, a previous marriage. My mom has 4 children before me. I am their only child together, but I am the youngest on both sides of the family, right? One thing my mom learned about me early on in life, and I'm talking like really, really early, I was probably still single digit age, is that she cannot tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
She can strongly suggest something. She can give her opinion on the situation, but she has always known that if she said, Michelle, do this, it will not get done for no other reason than no one tells baby what to do.
But that's bad.
That is horrible. But my mother knows that about me.
Okay.
Like, I need you to understand that my mother knows that about me. So if you were trying to control me, if for no other reason than the fact that you were trying to control me, I would do the exact opposite of what you said.
I wish Castle would have done me like that. I would love to know how I would react if I would have told Castle to do something and she didn't do it or did the opposite. Oh,
it's the prayer moment. Like I am I'm actually not praying about that. Let me not lie about that. I am not praying about my rebellion. But I know. So that's why I'm like, when people tell me that I have to do this or I must do this, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. It can probably be the best thing in the world for me. I'm not going to do it simply because you told me that I have to, and no one tells baby what to do.
Okay, yeah, we wouldn't work out if that was the case.
But see, that's how I know you're not controlling me.
Oh, man.
I know.
Wow.
That's how I know you're not controlling me, because I wouldn't do it.
Interesting.
I know. It's really bad. Like, I'm not going to lie. It is really bad. But the good news is my mother knows this about me.
Is control, even for the right reason, for example, keeping you from harm, a bad thing? Michelle?
So if it's keeping me from harm, that's something totally different. It's different if we're walking down the street and you're like, Michelle, no, don't go down that street. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go down the street. That's totally different, because I can tell by your tone that you're trying to protect me from something. But if you're like, Michelle, do not do this. And then I'm like, why? And you're like, because I said so. Let me tell you what, I'm fitting to do it. I'm fitting to do it.
Oh, we don't have to have a whole episode on this.
We don't have to.
Wow.
Yeah, you're stubborn, I'm rebellious. Life happens.
Speaking of control, she saved my life. You want to tell people how you saved my life?
No, you go ahead and you tell them.
As we're walking in the mean streets of New York City, I'm usually not the type to jaywalk. I will sit and wait for that red man to turn white or green, whatever city that you in, and cross, even if there's no traffic. Typically, that's how I am. But when in Rome, do what the Romans do. So I'm thinking, I saw a person to my left. I started to see them walk, and it looked like there was a vehicle further down the road than what it was. I then turned to the right to tell Michelle something that we're about to do as we cross the street. And then the next thing I know, I get yagged backwards. And then as I'm looking to see what's going on, there's a vehicle flashing in front of my face. So Michelle saved my life. I know I told you thank you, but very publicly, thanks for saving my life.
You're welcome.
But yeah, she did definitely control that situation because when she didn't say anything, she was just, wait, I think you might have said King. I don't know.
But I didn't yell it. I was like King
You're
and
like
just
King and
yanked.
just snatched me back.
Yeah.
And I was thankful for it. I didn't feel no type of way. I didn't like, girl, what you doing? I was like, what? My initial thought was, wait, what did I miss? And
Yeah.
I missed the car about to hit me. So thank you. We didn't talk about that at all.
We never did.
afterwards.
We both just dismissed it like, hey, King's alive. We can just leave it here. We're good.
Ooh, so let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
If I said, babe, we ain't doing that, how are we working through that?
One, I really want to say this first. Order of operations, okay? If King says we ain't doing that, we're not going to do this, I will accept his we're not going to do this.
You are going to ask me why.
I am going to ask you why. And I was about to clarify why I'm asking you why, but understand that it's after me agreeing with you that we're not going to do it. Me asking why is a part of the ADHD. It's not me questioning you. It's not me saying, I don't like this decision. Why did you make it on your own? It's me trying to understand things. When I understand things, I can have a level of peace in my mind, and I have naturally like all these questions that are always revolving in my mind. If I ask why, it's to quell some of those questions so that I don't continuously have all of those things going a million times at once. But it's not because I don't trust your decision. It's not because I don't have faith in what you decided. It's not because I'm going to go a different way. It's simply to answer those questions in my head so that I can be at peace.
Paul then goes on, or if King and Michelle got married and Michelle believes in submission to her husband, how would that work with them?
First of all, Michelle does believe in submission to her husband. 100%. I do believe that
just like how you should honor your mother and thy father.
I mean, she knows I'm rebellious.
But is that honoring?
We've made peace with it.
Is that honoring?
But peace is the goal, right? We've made peace with that.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I do believe in submission 100%. I believe that the man is the head of the household and that the woman should default to his leadership and guidance. I have absolutely no problems with that. And I know that this sounds really bad and that when this gets clipped and it's out of context, it's going to look really bad.
Okay.
But I just, for my ADHD and for me to understand how life works, I'm going to ask why. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not questioning your authority. I'm just trying to get clarity for my own peace of mind. That's it.
I hear that. And for us to be happy and healthy, I can tell you, I can try and do that often. It's not going to happen every time, though. Is that okay?
I can make peace with that.
Like immediately,
Yeah.
you won't be able to get something. It might take time to be able to then come back and explain and say, here's the reason to your question.
That's fine. So related, I was trying to configure Google Gemini so that it could understand me and have the dialogue and relationship with me that I have with ChatGPT, right? And when you're trying to configure any of those AI modules to be able to get to know you, they want to know some things. So Gemini was trying to get to know me, ask me questions and all these things. And one of the things that I said to Gemini is, I have ADHD. When my favorite question is why, when I understand why something works, I can be at peace with whatever has been decided. So anytime I use Google Gemini for anything, it gives me an answer and then it says immediately in the next paragraph the why. It explains it outright. And then I sit there at peace and I'm like, I have nothing left to say because you told me what I needed to know and then you gave me the why, the background, the story, the added footage behind it so that I can be at peace with the decision. And it helps me. It carries me far.
That's good to know. And I do know that. I also know that I'm not the easiest. And I'm just going to say, sometimes I flat out be like, I don't want to explain.
I know.
So we're going to have to look at how we are with that and manage that, knowing that I know why you're asking why. I do. And you also know that I also don't like explaining
Mm-hmm.
every single time. But we understand that about each other and we know the reasons behind it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, I think that when you are in a happy, healthy relationship, it gives you the ability to feel like you can really be yourself
Mm.
and not be trapped by other people's expectations.
Yes, very true.
I would like to say that you know me better than most people. And
Okay.
there's a reason for that.
Ooh, what's that reason?
Um, like I'm comfortable being myself completely. I still don't think you know how much of a gamer I
I think we talk about this like at least once a month.
am.
At least once a month. King is like, I don't think you understand how much of a gamer I am. So,
Like tomorrow, there's going to be a pre-patch on World of Warcraft. Yes, I play World of Warcraft, and I'm going to be live streaming on my platform for about 5 hours. Yes.
after work, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the patch doesn't go live until 6 p.m. Anyway.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
wait, no, homie, you gotta work.
I love my job.
I
I ain't trying to get fired from my job.
Okay. Okay.
If I wanted to, if it came out during the workday though, I would have took leave. That's what kind of a gamer I am for certain things.
Okay.
Now, Michelle and I, we don't live together yet. We are in the process of making that happen. I do a lot of my gaming when she's not around, but when we're living together, you're going to see more of that than you have seen since you and I have been together.
And I write a lot. Like, I don't think you understand how much I enjoy curling up in my bed with my iPad and watching TV, or curling up in my bed and writing. I don't think you understand how much I enjoy doing that.
Okay. Now, it's my opinion that for us, what looks like a happy, healthy relationship doing that is you having your writing and your process of doing that without feeling like, oh, King's gonna stifle me or have me do something. For me, that's true for me. Like me being in a happy, healthy relationship is having that time to game. And I'm just gonna say it and not have Michelle go, King, come cuddle with me when I'm like on level 99, about to get to level 100, and I hear, come cuddle with me, come rub my feet. She don't do that.
I was gonna say,
She
like,
don't. I mean, just I'm doing this to showcase what happens in other unhappy relationships.
in other relationships, not ours, because I don't do that.
She does not do that. But yes, what is a happy, healthy relationship with me and in us, and what I see in other people is having that independence inside of the relationship without feeling like you're obligated to do something. Like when you asked me to rub your thighs earlier today. Oh, what? Ain't nothing wrong with rubbing thighs. Ain't nothing wrong with rubbing thighs. I was happy to do it. Did I complain? Did I or anything like that? I just got there and I rubbed them thighs. But I was happy to do that because I am in a happy relationship. If you would have said, King, or if I would have been like, hey, Michelle, would you mind doing, XYZ? Now, for some reason, you did say, well, no, that's fine. I'm in a happy relationship knowing that. I'm going to tell you, me in the past, because I wasn't in a happy relationship, when I got told no, it bothered me. It bothered me because I would go, why are you telling me no? Don't I do the things? Aren't I am who I say that I am? But you told me no? Why? And because I wasn't happy, I would perseverate on that.
Ruminate, just let it brew.
Ruminate on it, and it would cause problems. But me being in a happy relationship, I actually don't need to know why you would tell me no. I would just go,
look at that. Growth.
Okay, cool. Now that's different from the back walking theme. That's different from the music scenario, right? So that's an inside thing. Y'all have no idea what it is that we're talking about. But I'm saying, like, if I were to ask her, hey, Michelle, can you get me a glass of water? And for some reason, she said no. And she gave no other even follow up to it. Just no.
But that's not. So I get what you're saying.
I mean, like,
Hypothetical, but you
like,
know me. If
it's
I'm
the
gonna say no,
hypothetical.
I'll give a reason as to why I'm saying no, or I'll offer an alternative.
Mm-hmm. And what Paul said right here.
Perfect.
This is
On
my thing.
the money.
His, hers, ours. I do not need me to lose who I am to be in this relationship. Michelle does not need to lose who she is to be in this relationship. She is her own independent person. I am my own independent person. And we are choosing to be together in this relationship.
Can I talk about something we did yesterday?
Sure, go ahead.
So yesterday we ended up going to a casino, and King, King did well. Um, and when he does well, he gives me some of his earnings. For what reason I don't know, but I appreciate that about him. The last time he did it, I was like, well, I'm just gonna put it in the ATM and then transfer it into our joint account. It was like, well, then if that's what you're gonna do, I'll just go do it myself. And I was like, okay, cool. But yesterday he gave me some of his winnings, and I immediately went and I deposited it into my personal bank account. Then I Zelled it over to another bank account that I have, and I opened up a CD, a certificate of deposit, because I love CDs. And I created a new CD and I made him a joint owner on the account. So then he got all this account information, setup information from this particular bank so that he could have access to that CD. And, I didn't tell him I was doing any of that before I did it. I just went and did it because I look at it this way: if something is good for one of us, it's good for both of us together. You gave that to me. You just, you trusted me to do whatever with it. And I felt the best thing for me to do with that was to put that aside somewhere else, somewhere separate from the other savings account that we have. Hopefully, this one I think it's earning more interest. The CD is earning more interest than our savings account. And I'm like, let's go ahead and put this money here so that it's for us, it's for later.
Yep. And I was like, did not expect that, but that's dope. I was like, that's cool. And then I just kind of kept it moving. So, yeah. Now, I think when you see healthy relationships, you also see the decisions that the individuals make within that relationships. And typically, in a long, healthy, happy relationship, you see people thriving. Have you ever seen an example of a couple that was in a happy relationship that wasn't thriving for any reason?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
What were the reasons? Because when I see them, I'm like, oh, you typically see people make better decisions in life, and it kind of enhances their life inherently, so they're good. So what example have you seen where that wasn't true?
The Evans. Good Times. Now,
Ooh,
why that show was named Good Times and they never had no good times is still far beyond me. But they were.
give an example.
So James and Florida Evans on Good Times. Again, name of the show was Good Times, but they lived in the projects and they lived in poverty. James was a hard worker. Florida was a worker. They tried and they could never, like, there was always a chance for them to try to get out of the projects, and it never ended up working out right for them. They were never able to get out of the projects. You said give an example.
No, actually, that's even good right there. Now, that is fiction.
That is fiction, and that's also the only example I have.
Okay, okay. Because that is a good example. If I say, hey, give me one, and you go, well, Florida Evans. I'm like, Florida and James. Yeah, that's true. Now, fiction. In real life, I have yet to see it.
Yeah, I don't know any.
I have yet to see it. One of the couples that me and my brother talk about, we both know them from the outside, because I don't know their inside appearances and things like that. They look like they are a happy, healthy couple. We've known them since high school. Well, me and my brother have known them since high school. And by all accounts, they are both thriving. And I know where the young man came from. So to know where he came from, to see how successful he is in his career and the things that he's doing now, I attribute that to um, great mate selection, first of all, and them both being happy and healthy in their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you do have better decision makings when you're doing that. One of the points it talks about improved habits and routines. I'm messy. She didn't say that. I said it about myself.
See, I don't talk bad about people.
I'm messy. When Michelle and I move in together, my habits have to change for for us to be able to continue being in the relationship. And her and I had a conversation well before we went live today, and we were prepping for the live stream where I told her, "This is me. When we move in together, this will not be me." But I think that when you are in a happy, healthy relationship with healthy love, that it does change your daily habits and it causes you to increase your habits. Could I make those better habits now? Yeah, but I don't want to.
But
I,
just
ooh, come
put a
on,
quick pin there.
come
'Cause
on.
one thing you said last year was, I'm gonna start making these changes now. That way, it's easier for when we move in
Yeah,
together.
now could mean 2 months before we move in
You
together.
said that last year.
That was 3 weeks ago. Was last year. Paul said, "If you force me to choose between health and happiness, I'm choosing healthy, especially when children are involved, because happiness over health leads to nothing in the end."
I like that.
Do I agree with this? Happiness over health. You're going to choose health over happiness
Because if you don't put
because
your health
happiness.
first, health
Okay.
could he mean health? Do you mean health in like the broad terms of like mental health, financial health? Like you're putting all of those things, putting health in general. I mean, I get it. I see it. It works.
He said that Evans did get out the projects.
Yeah, did all of them? Because I think James was buried by that point.
You know what? For as much as I've watched various episodes,
Wait,
I don't
you
think I've
never
watched.
watched
I don't think I've watched it from episode one
Keeping your head
to
above
the ending
water,
episode. I've seen
making a
multiple
way when you can.
reruns. I
Oh my
love the
God.
show, but I can't sit here like where I've watched every episode of The Boondocks. I've watched every episode of Martin, Living Single, Family Matters. I don't know if I've actually watched like straight all episodes of Good Times.
So, spoiler alert, yeah, they did get out of it, but James Evans, he passed away. So he didn't make it out the projects, but the rest of the family did make it out the projects because JJ eventually did become a successful artist and that's how they were able to get out the projects. But in real life, um what was his name? Oh my gosh. John Amos, the reason why he left the show is because he felt JJ had, it was kind of like the Steve Urkel effect, but long before Steve Urkel, he felt like JJ's character blew up and took away the family dynamics that was happening on the show, and he didn't want to be a part of it anymore, so he left the show and they just killed his character on the show.
Okay. Shout out to Sparta HQ Networks in the building. Said, "Hey guys, and you need to watch every episode of Sparta HQ Network." You know what? I got you. That's a hard working dude, by the way. Shout out to Sparta HQ Network. He has all of his episodes planned through like October this year. That's a dedication that we ain't got yet.
We
You could, but I said we.
Yeah.
Remember, his, hers, ours.
Yeah. Facts.
Now we're getting to our wrap up here as we close out the show. For those of y'all that are single and you're looking at attempting to find what makes you happy in a relationship and how you can get it, Um, I would say look out and see what the other. I'm gonna be a broken record on this. Look at the person's values. Get past the boobs and the butt,
It's not Shibuya, it's Shibuya.
and and take a look at their values and see where their values lie. If
Mm-hmm.
their values are trash, it's my opinion that you are not going to be able to sustain and be able to make a long-term, happy, healthy relationship work out. Do you have anything to add on that?
No, I think you're 100% right. You really do have to look beyond what you can see to be able to know how a relationship is going to work. And we say it in every episode, and I know some people are probably so sick and tired of hearing that you really do have to have effective communication. You really do have to be willing to talk to people and talk to your partner and work things out and not just assume but have conversations and discussions and also be willing to let your past live in the past because if I walked into our relationship still holding on to the ideals that I had in previous relationships, we wouldn't have lasted. And
We would
same
have
thing for
lasted a
you.
week.
All right. Same thing for you. If you had come into this relationship with the ideals of previous relationships, we would not have lasted. So you do have to let go.
We wouldn't have lasted past date number one.
Right? Right?
I agree with you though.
All
I
right.
agree with you though.
That Paul said health in general, a healthy relationship over a happy one. So true. A healthy relationship is good for all. Happiness is more about self. And that's true. I remember one of Kirk Franklin's songs said that happiness means something has to be happening in order for you to have it. Healthy means that things are going in a way that is going to promote growth and good things. And maybe happiness can come from that. But when you choose health over happiness, yes, everyone benefits, everyone grows.
Okay.
I like that.
I like
Good
it
stuff,
too.
Paul. Good stuff. Thank
I
you.
like it too. Now, I'm going to say this, and I talked about it a little bit earlier. Whereas Paul said that happiness is more about self, that is 100% true.
Yep.
I will also say that you can be in a relationship, know what you want, don't compromise, and communicate and work things out and still have that happiness in that growth as you guys choose to keep that journey on throughout your relationship.
I want to clarify because you just said don't compromise. What do you mean by don't compromise?
I would say that if you're doing something just to make the other person happy,
Mm,
that's compromising.
negative compromise because there are positive compromises.
Yes, but you have to be willing to make those positive. You have to be willing to make those positive compromises.
Okay.
If you're not willing to make those positive compromises, don't be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple. I think humans complicate things for things that can be really simple. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Be like me. Be rebellious.
It actually is simple. Humans complicate some of the most simplest things out there, and it baffles me. Honestly, I used to be that person. I used to be the person that would complicate some very simple things. I can still be that
About to
way.
say, are we saying past tense? Why
I
are we
can still
saying
be that way at
that?
times, but I also accept what those consequences are, and I'm okay with accepting them. And it is what it is.
Mm.
Now, some of the questions that I would like for y'all to answer when you get some time, don't have to be while we're live because we are about to wrap. Um, Name one of the biggest benefits that you've experienced from being in a healthy relationship.
Mm.
What surprised you the most when you finally got one? And then finally, what did you stop tolerating once you knew better?
Mediocrity.
I
Yes.
would say the same thing as well. mediocrity is one of the easiest things that I can answer. It's easy to tell now when someone's not giving their best, and if you're not gonna give your best, like why show up?
Oh, that's
Like
so true.
I think yeah, I think it's disrespectful to you, as in like yourself, and to the other person, um, if you're not going to be able to show up and just be mediocre. I think if you want to be mediocre, you can go give that mediocrity to somebody else. I don't want
Look at you. I love this about you.
it. All right. So thanks for tuning in to the King and Me show. We are going to be back live next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. For those of y'all on WTF Nation Radio, I give you a salute as well. Be sure to tune in right after this, as Ice is going to be leading the Monday edition. And with all of the news that have occurred over this past weekend, I know a lot of y'all out there are going to have some stuff to talk about. From the King and Me show, I'm King.
I'm Michelle.
And we out.
Hi.
Peace. Love you, baby.
Love you.
Ha ha.
Beat me to it.
Let me rub them thighs.